Hello, everybody. My name is Jaira Urrego, and I'm from UNAT University. I'm doing my bachelor's in teaching English as a second language. And today I'm going to be talking about didactics in mathematics. I'm going to be answering 5 questions eh, that I would like you to also know a little bit about it. So the first one is, what is didactics? So I was reading and I realized and I learned that didactics is a method that a person or we as future teachers or teachers use to improve, and also it helps the teacher to go in one direction and do the learning process and teaching process something meaningful, and also something successful for the student and for the teacher. So the didactics is like a support, and it is also like a road that we can use as a future teachers, just to be in that directions and to make everything good. You can use in the didactics different methods, different techniques, different tools. In that way, you are based on the needs of your students and you can help them to improve their learning process. The second question is, why didactics is so important? Well, now we know that that is a tool that we use as a teachers, and it helps us to be in that road and focus on that, on our objective. So it is so important because if we want a meaningful learning and teaching process, we have to do a plan for that. We know that students, they are involved in different contexts, so with didactics we can help them how to solve real life problems in different contexts, in different environments. So without didactics we couldn't do that, because if we don't plan it we don't know anything. So for that reason, for me, it's like important didactics in us, because it helps to improve the way and the purpose of our teaching. So the third question is, what is didactics of mathematics? Now we know that didactics is just like put them together. Didactics is the way, the method that we use to teach, to have a good teaching process and learning process. So mathematics, we usually related to memorizing, to numbers, to evaluating, and things like that. So what didactics of mathematics looks for is to make the learners more critical thinkers, also how they can reflect, how they can solve problems, real life problems in their life, not just knowing like the numbers and equations and things like that, no, but also how they can put all that is related with mathematics in their own life. And also how we can use different techniques to do the learning and teaching process more significant, not just to memorize things, no, but make it more more with experience. Well, and the fourth question is, what is the main difference between Singapore lesson and American lesson? I was reading about it, and what I learned and I liked the most was how a American government, they really invest in education. So the first thing we can learn from Singapore is that we should invest in education, invest in teachers, how we can prepare them to be good teachers in a specific subject. Also how we can change our minds and say like, education is important, we have to invest in that. um, Singapore people, as we know, they invest in education. So what they do is that everybody has access to education. We know some in places like in Colombia, a lot of kids, they do not have access to, sadly, to to the education. Because I'm looking America, as a continent. But if we see America, the United States, we know that they really also have access to education and they also invest. Well, we should do it more. We should just look for techniques and different methods to make it enjoyable and also significant. Another thing that caught my attention was that in um, Singapore's students, they are very competitive, and also even though they are very competitive, they usually use collaborative environments where they can work together and they build relationships, and they also can learn from others. So we also should like follow the technique with our students. And also it's so important, the technology. We see that nowadays technology is an essential tool that everybody's using it. And like us, I'm learning through online virtuality. So sadly there are some places that our kids, they don't have access to that. So we should also we should let others to have access to the technology and take advantage of that, like how we can really teach something meaningful to the students. And the last but not least question is, what do you think of didactics of mathematics after watching the video? Well, first of all, I wanna tell you that I hated mathematics at school because I didn't like the way my teacher was teaching me. They just say like, today's topic is this one and you just have to learn the rules and that's it. But now we can see that there are different strategies, methods, techniques, what else, well, different things that we can use, and we can take advantage of them and we can learn the math in a different way, and also like using real life context where the students, they can relate what they are living with the rules, with the science, with things like that. So I think is good how we are promoting, how we are incorporating didactics in mathematics. So that was what I learned, and I hope you learned a little bit too. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye.